we have created VPC, then subnets we have created, and the open VPN server we have created, and web server. This web server you are able to log in by using the private IP address because you have used open VPN server. So this is what we have tried, and as part of project 2 we are going to add few more steps to this one. Nothing but I am going to create an RDS instance, nothing but a database. Then I will install our WordPress application on this one. This WordPress application can able to communicate with my RDS instance, and I will add a ELB, Elastic Load Balancer, on top of that one. Then it is going to have a Route 53. So through Route 53, I can able to access my WordPress application without any issues. That is what we are going to see in this project. Are you guys clear about it? Okay, right. So let's proceed with this. I will just jump into my console back again. So this is my OpenVPN server and web server. To do this one, I need to configure my web server for public IP for some time. Once the configuration is done, I'm going to remove it. Okay. So let's go and allocate an Elastic IP for this. I got logged off. Give me a minute. So this is my new Elastic IP I'm associating with this my web server. Usually we don't do, but I'm trying to do it for just to make sure that I'm going to do this proper configuration. Even though if I have a Elastic IP, I cannot able to reach my instance. Still, the reason behind that is I haven't opened in the security group level. I'm just showing how many security layers we have done. See here, it is not open for internet. So even still, I cannot able to connect. For that, I will add one more rule just for while until the configuration is done. And I will give only my IP. My IP, if I give, what will happen? It will allow me to connect my public IP. So it will take up my internet IP and it will add to this security group. I can able to connect it. So here also I'm giving more restriction. Let me try now with public IP instances. This is the one. And just okay. Otherwise I will load it back. Load. This is my public IP. Authentication would be Ireland key. Open it up. I hope it will take. Otherwise, I need to modify it. What is my public IP.com? Okay, it will give your public IP. Okay, it is giving some other stuff. That's okay. My internet connection is Wi-Fi. That's why it is not allowing. But quickly, what I can do, I can open it for all. Okay, which we should not do here. We should not open it for all, but for time being, to make it work, I'm doing it for all. And restart your session. Yes, you can able to connect it. EC2 minus user. Once the configuration is done, I'm going to remove it for all. So only OpenVPN users can only able to access. Yeah, I just tried it. It is not working. So I have logged in. Now what I will do, I want to install WordPress application. To install WordPress application, I need internet access. Let me try it. Yum install httpd. So if I have internet access, it pulls the packages and install it. This is how you can install HTTPS. Once it is installed, you need to start your service. Service httpd start. Yes, it started. Now if I try to access my public IP from the browser, you can able to access some text page. If I am not wrong, you just guys can try it from the browser, because mine is more restricted browser. I cannot able to see, but you guys can able to see the test page in the browser now. If it is not working, there might be a reason. I know that it should not work. Can you guys try it and let me know what is the error you are getting? Yes, of course. Ali and Malik, because you are trying to access it from, okay, you are trying to access it from the browser will go with the HTTPS, and it won't respond. Why? Because we haven't opened for our server for 80. If you open it for HTTP, then only it will come. Okay, so just I'm going to add it now. HTTP, not HTTPS, HTTP, and it is for internet. And now you guys can try. It should respond now. Okay, so we have given in more restricted way. Yes, of course it is Amazon Linux. So we have given more restricted way. Initially I was giving this one only. Now my requirement has been changed. According to that, I'm adding the ports. Otherwise you should not open the ports, even if you are not using. So if you get the requirement, then only try to open the required ports. Otherwise never ever open your ports to public or whatever you want. It is not advisable. So for time being, I will use this one. In later I am going to remove the some of the ports. Let it be. So we are going to get the test page. Now what I want to do, I want to install WordPress on this one. Quickly I will install WordPress. To install WordPress, I will go to a website, wordpress.org. From here you can download your WordPress website or WordPress application, I can say. Download WordPress application, and I've just copy the link and go here, and wget followed by your link, whatever you have copied. You can able to download WordPress application, and WordPress is free. You can use it for free. There is no problem at all. You just need to configure in your system in such a way that okay to use this WordPress. And
I have a
WordPress,
question.
yep.
Sorry to interrupt you. Do we have to copy the link of the download and put it on here, or we can just directly do it from the web page? Why do we have to put the link on here?
Yeah,
That's my question.
your yes, valid question. So what will happen if I download it from here? It will come to your laptop. From here again, you need to copy into your Linux system wherever you want to configure it. So this is my Linux system where I want to configure, which is located in Amazon cloud. So if you click over here, it will come to my local system. You can see here it is downloading into my local system. Again, from here, I need to do either WinSCP or some other stuff I need to use to copy into my server. Instead of that one, I'm just trying to download directly to my system. So one step I'm avoiding, and it is quite easy. Is that answers your question?
Yes, thank you. Thank
No
you.
problem.
Yeah, that I was just wondering. Now I understand, like if you download directly, it will download to your desktop on Windows, not on Linux.
Yes. So it is already with my system. And now WordPress needed database, otherwise it won't work, or you cannot install WordPress without database. So we have database available in EC2, sorry, in AWS. I will quickly go and launch a MySQL database engine, which we are going to use for our WordPress application. So, yep, I don't have any database RDS. So quickly I will go and launch MySQL, and it is for testing purpose. Hope you guys already tried to launch the RDS instances, isn't it?
Yeah, we did. It charged us too.
Okay. So multi-agent, I'm giving no multi-agent nothing, but it will available in multiple locations. 5 GB would be sufficient. I will give our identifier name as a Valaxy 123, and master name also same. Sorry, master name also same. Password also same. Everything I'm giving same. It is quite easy us to remember. And either you need under demo VPC or other area. I need under demo VPC, and it should be publicly accessible. It should be always no, because your database should be more secure way. And preferred availability zone, let me go with 1B availability zone. And you need to create a security group, or else it will create a new security group for me. Let it create new security group, then I will go and review what is the ports it is open, because security group is quite important one. And Valaxy 123, I'm just leaving it as a create new security group. And
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Sorry, when you created the demo VPC, did you install like a set some security details when you initially made the demo VPC?
Means I didn't get your question.
Basically,
So this is the security group. I just want to create new one. I will come and review the security group, because I need to see to whom it is open. Anyway, it is going to open for only this port. Your MySQL system is going to use 3306 as a port, and the database so and so, so and so, and I don't require backup of this instance, and no preferences, zero nothing, but it is not going to take backup of our RDS instance. And monitoring I don't require, and let's go and launch. So it will take a while to create, and it creating a DB security group. I will go and review how it is opened. Security groups. You see, this is the DB security group. And I will come subnet. Okay, I will go and check the security group in the VPC. Hold on a minute. This is our security group. I will just click here. And inbound, if you see here, it is open for a particular IP, but I need to open for my web server. So my web server would be, this is my web server IP. Either I can give directly a IP or web server security group name I will specify. But never ever give the IP addresses in the hard-coded way. You can give your web server security group. Nothing but whatever servers using this security group can able to connect to your database. That's how I'm defining, because in next lab we are going to launch few more web servers. That's why I'm giving security group. So it is going to allow to connect to your MySQL server only the servers which are there in this security group. That is how I'm defining. So now my database is quite secure. Why? Because it is allowing only application servers. None of the systems can able to connect to my system, and application servers is going to sit only in this security group. That's how we can define. your connectivity between your web server to database. So it will take a while. Meantime, I will just jump back into my system. This inactive session I have closed, and let me let me install WordPress meantime. So I'm unzip it. So in previous step, we just downloaded WordPress. I'm trying to configure it properly. To do that one, I'm unzipping it. So I'm under root. This is my WordPress application, and these are the files, WordPress application files. If you see index.php, so and so is there. Nothing but your WordPress is going to use PHP. You mean to say, it mean to say you need to install PHP also in your web server. So I will quickly install PHP as well. To install yum install PHP and PHP MySQL, because you are using MySQL, your database engine, and MySQL. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to install required softwares on my web server to connect my database and to speak with my application. If you see your application, it is PHP, so I'm installing PHP to understand this content, and it is going to use MySQL. Just now I have launched MySQL database. So to connect to MySQL, I'm installing MySQL client, and your PHP is going to communicate with your MySQL. So the required packages I'm installing. Yes, I want to install. So it's installed. Now if you see, this is the content, and it looks for this content under cd where www html. In this location you need to copy. So I will just copy this one. So it must be under cp/root. Your application is sitting under root, WordPress *2 current location. Okay, it is not copied properly. I will remove it. I'm just removing all the data from here. cp let me go there. I will do move /root/WordPress to where www html location and copying. Now if you see, okay, it's copied into directory. I'm just trying to configure my application in the proper location, because your application should be sit under where in this location. If you see here, now I have copied all my files into this location. That is what I'm trying to say. From now onwards, it will try to pick up the index.php. And now you can try to access the public IP and let me know what you could able to see. This time it should show that WordPress application configuration, it should allow. Please let me know what you could able to see in the browser. Meantime, I will try. Is it asking for WordPress application or something? Can you guys confirm? For me, it is not working because of restrictions.
Could you please post the IP address on here?
Yep. Okay. So what I did, I just tried to copy my application into proper location. and then now I am trying to access my website, and it should come as a WordPress or something. What you could see, Jesse, over there? Can you please confirm? Still Amazon Linux page. Okay. I need to restart my HTTPD service. Can you try now? Okay, great. So nothing but your WordPress application is ready, and you need to configure it from the browser, or else you can configure it from here. I hope you guys are more comfortable with the browser, so let me go with the browser. Before doing that one, to access or to allow my configuration from the browser, I need to give some information in the system. That is what I need to do is /etc http dconf. Under this directory, there is a file called httpd.conf. This is the configuration file for your web servers. So I will edit it, and there is a file where you can able to override to allow override LLOW. Nothing but I'm going to do it from the browser, and please accept me whatever I do. That is what you are trying to say. Not this one. Yep.
I have a question.
Yep. Go
Are you
ahead.
there?
Yes.
Okay, so I wanted to know, there's a command you put magic. What does that specifically means?
Which one? Sorry.
Previously, like a couple of seconds ago, you put a text called magic.
Magic.
Yeah.
I didn't do. I just show you what I did.
Okay.
This is what I did. I just went to this folder, and I just VA nothing but editor and httpd.com and slash I have given. This is one of the searching pattern. Allow override should be, this value should be yes. Usually it will be none, nothing but don't allow anyone to write over here. From there, I changed it to yes. So from now, what I can do, I can access, or I can do my WordPress website configuration from the browser itself instead of doing in the server level. Is that answers your question, Jesse?
It was a question asked by Ali actually.
Oh,
He was trying to refer in this present screen on the top last fourth line. It says http.config magic. So we were trying to understand what is a magic. Where did it come from? So
oh,
maybe
this one. Okay. This is the
the
configuration
one.
location. Oh, you are talking about this one. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that magic.
Right. Okay, fine. This is the
Yeah, fine.
configuration file. So here there are two files. I'm touching only this file. I'm not touching this file. Okay. It is by default, whenever you are installing your HTTPD service, it creates this file. Right. So I will try to access it from my console. I don't think so. It is allowing for me still. Okay. Kumar, are you there? Or if any one of you are fine, I will give the inputs. You can share the screen and start configuring it. It is quite simple. Only two steps you need to do. If you do that one, yeah. Uh, Yeah, great. Let's go here. So guys, we are just trying to configure from here, and we'll see. Let's go. You can do that one, Kumar, and I will.
Okay, I was on mute. I'm really sorry. I mean, yeah, I think you guys also have the same screen. You should also be able to do that. Just for clarity's sake, let me just do it here, and you can follow it. No magic here, as you were discussing some time back. Same page. Click on Let's Go, and it is asking for a database name. If we have already a RDS database set up, can somebody give me the database name of the database so that it will work with the RDS?
I pinged you. So guys, this is the what database engine name I got it. Okay, once I launched my RDS, once the configuration is done, I will show you. So that is database name, and username is, and remaining all are same. Database name,
I'm sorry.
username.
I need the database name and then the username and password. I got the URL for the database host.
And followed one is the username, Valaxy 123.
Okay,
remaining all
this username.
Password also same.
How about the database name?
Same.
WordPress.
Yes.
Or Valaxy 123.
Valaxy 123 it is.
Okay, fine. So let us keep the table prefix as it is. You can write whatever you like, Jesse hyphen or Harsha hyphen. So let us go ahead and click on submit and see if the database is able to. I mean, my web server should be able to connect to my RDS server. If my security groups are fine, my rules are fine, it should automatically work. It will not. Otherwise, it will come back with an error saying I'm not able to connect. So let us see what happens when I click on submit now.
No, you need to give the port number also, I thought.
Yep. Not necessary, it is already connected. Sorry, I cannot write because you can create it, blah, 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 it is giving. So let me just go back and redo that. Let me try to give the port number as well as recommended. Is it caps you are saying?
No, it is small.
Okay. Okay, I'm giving the port number as well. I'm just copying and pasting the password. So let me just verify it. We'll see 123 EU West RDS com. Okay, port number. Okay, let us click on submit. Attempt number 2. No luck.
Let me try it.
On the database host, do we have to put HTTPD?
No, nothing. You don't. Database host is nothing but. Did I put the HTTPD? I'm not sure, but I don't think so, because it is an URL endpoint. You don't have to type any HTTPD or anything here. Just as when you create an RDS, Amazon gives you an endpoint and you can use it as it is. You shouldn't have any problems with that. So if any of you guys are connected to the web server through PuTTY, you can try to connect to the RDS server directly using an SQL client. Shankar, can you just check the ports once again and try to do a ping test if you are already connected to the web server?
Yeah, that's what I'm just trying.
Okay, put it in the wrong place. Okay. And is it a Red Hat server?
It is Amazon server. Okay.
Because sometimes SE Linux causes a problem sometimes. In Amazon Linux, it doesn't have a problem, but Red Hat, you need to disable SE Linux. And then enable it once you get it right.
Let me try it. I'm trying manually to connect. If it is working, that should work. Username.
Yeah.
Oh, oops. MS SQL is not installed. Okay.
Client. You will need a client, not some MySQL client.
So, okay, sorry, MySQL, right?
Yeah. Yum install MySQL hyphen client.
Mm-hmm. Can you try now? I think now I am able to accessible.
Okay, let me just go ahead. Guys, I'm still on the same screen. I'm just waiting for console level connection to be restored. So let me just go ahead and hit on submit. Somebody was also trying. Let me do that. Oh, you see here, I don't know if we are going to see this. It says that Alrex party you have made through the installation. WordPress can communicate with your database. If you're ready, click on run to install. So I'm going to click on this button and see what happens after this. Okay, here it is asking for the title of the website. Let us say Valaxy project demo. Yeah, Mr. Hamad Ali, not everybody can configure it. Only one person should be able to do that. So if you can let me show you the rest of the steps, it would really help. This is not like multiple instances are there. Only one WordPress instance is there. So if I do that, all of you can see it. If you are doing it, I might not be able to shareable, but if you want to, I can give you the screen control to you and you can do that. Would you like to do that, Mr. Hamad?
It's better if I just watch you.
Okay. So username, this is the admin username. So I'm just going to say, well, actually, admin. I'm going to make it easy so that something like that you give, and then discourage search engines from all this. I mean, typically, I don't want to show you how to configure WordPress. You go and learn how to do WordPress. The idea is, did I copy the password? Oh my God. I didn't copy the password which I chose in the previous screen. Did anybody see it? Okay, there is no way that I can log in now. I am going to hit login.
Wasn't the password Valaxy123?
Now that is for the database. We are talking about WordPress administration. I'm going to click on lost my password. So an email will be triggered. Meanwhile, Mr. Shankar, I think you can take control from here. Okay, Valaxy admin@gmail.com. Get new password. Oh. Okay. Let me quickly go and grab the password from my email because I forgot to note it down when it showed me the alphanumeric password.
Meantime, if you guys able to see, it is going to be a text page of WordPress, nothing but hello, welcome to WordPress, something like that you could see at your console if you try to access.
So I just got the password. Let me just copy this and then put it into my notepad file and then click on reset password. Then click on login. Hopefully it should work now. Admin, I copied it. Login. So everybody is going to become a WordPress admin today because I'm going to be very nice to all of you guys and then give you the administration access to my WordPress website. It is the keys to my kingdom. Go ahead and knock yourself out. And remember that you need the URL that you need to use is for administration is this one, not the browsing URL. If you don't put the hyphen admin part, you will be taken to the browsing website. For example, what I'm talking about is if you just remove this second part of the URL and just type it, you will just see a welcome post, a welcome to blah, 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 all those things. That's it. This is my WordPress blog, and you see anything. Say, for example, I go to my administrative dashboard, and let us say I create a new post. Go to click on post, or write your first blog post. It is here. Either way, and the idea is to create a new post. What I wanted to show here is, as of now, it just says hello world. You're just going to add one more and see whether it is reflecting. And what eventually happens is this text is taken from my web server and goes all the way to my RDS, stores the data in RDS, and when somebody is hitting this URL, this request is sent to my WordPress server, and the WordPress server goes to my RDS again, reads the data, and shows it back to the user. So these are all the things that happens in the background when you hit an URL. So just let us go say Valaxy project demo post. So I don't know how to write HTML, so I'm just going to say blah blah blah, and then publish. Hit on publish. I'm not doing a demo on writing post in WordPress, so this post is going to have only one line or one word. That's it. We should have anybody want to hit the URL and then see whether they are able to see the change. This is the URL I want you to hit and see if you are able to see the latest post. You guys, can you see that in your own computers, in your own laptops and browsers?
Yes, I see.
So the idea is, as I said, I will repeat, we have created a WordPress server and we have created an RDS instance. We have connected those two things, and we have created a content management system. In other words, it might be a simple demo website today. Tomorrow it might be the knowledge management for your company, or probably you might create your own e-commerce portal or anything. The idea is you have a multi-tier architecture of web servers and database servers, all in separate security groups. And for the administrative purposes, especially port 22, you have a separate open VPN server, which will allow you to administer these servers. There is no other way you can log into these two servers without the open VPN access. So you understand that internet traffic coming through a different layer, and then your administrative traffic coming from a different layer now. So you segregate these two traffic, and that way you enhance your security for your infrastructure setup. A very simple setup looks like it, but this is, if you scale it to like multiple servers across the regions, take backups and snapshots, it becomes very complicated, and that is what we are going to see in the next phase. Shankar, over to you.
Yeah, thanks, Naveen. So as Kumar told, this is how we will do. Here we have installed WordPress application, but in our case it may be something else. Just the application team share the application. This is how you need to configure it, I can say. So as of now, what we did, if we go to our project theme, as of now we are.
I'll send you the next one.
Yeah. Still we have left out few more stuff over here. Nothing but we have created NAT instances there. WordPress I have installed, and my database is ready, and my WordPress application is able to speak with my database. If you want to if you want to see the posts, you can see here what I'm trying to do. I'm connecting from the locally my web server to database server directly, and if you see, it is asking password Valaxy123, and I can see my databases. So show databases. My database is Valaxy123. So use Valaxy123. Okay, your database has been changed. Kumar, do you know the command to list out the tables?
Yeah, just a moment. I'll give you. Select star from tables. I mean, you did. First of all, use database. Have you done that? Yes.
Yeah.
The table name. The table name is WordPress underscore post. I think WP hyphen post.
So select WP underscore post. No, we can see the tables, right?
Show tables.
Show tables, right?
Yeah.
So you can see here, this is WordPress comments, links, and posts. So select, this is the one, right?
Select star from post. You can write. Select star from post. That means all the posts in your post table will be displayed on your screen. You will get all the metadata also, semicolon.
And if you see here, the Valaxy post, project post, demo post is published, and this is what time we have done, and this is what information is there in the database. What I'm trying to say is it is indirectly storing in your database server, not in the application server. That's why we need a database, and your application is going to speak with your database. Okay. Now I'm just jumping out. So if we jump back to our project, we have done as of now WordPress application installation and RDS. Now we are accessing directly our WordPress application with the IP address. I don't want to access my application with the WordPress, IP address. I want to use that one to connect with the ELB, and my ELB is going to connect with the Route 53. So what I will do now, quickly I will go and launch my ELB. Why? Because currently I'm using a public IP of this server. I don't want to use public IP of this server, or I don't want to come directly traffic to this system. For that, I can use ELB, because the advantage with ELB, in the background you can add any number of systems if you need. I can say web servers. So if your traffic is going to increase, you can add multiple systems in the background. You need not to connect each and every IP independently. That is the one of the advantage with ELB. So what we do, I will quickly go and create a ELB. That is load balancer. Create load balancer. It must be classic. Continue, and demo ELB I'm giving, and it must be under demo VPC. And if you see here, you are allowing your access through the port number 80, nothing but HTTP. But in real time, we usually allow the traffic from HTTPS. So here also I'm selecting HTTPS. Whenever you are selecting HTTPS, and the traffic also should go to HTTPS. And if you are accessing through HTTPS, the instance port must be 80. So if you are using HTTPS, it may require it requires the SSL certificate. In AWS, there is a nice feature is available, ACM, AWS Certificate Manager, where you can request your certificate over there. So I will quickly show you that one before doing this one. I have already requested a ACM, and it is available in my account. I'm going to use the existing ACM, but I will show you how to request. In your case, your company may ask you to request the ACM. Okay, I haven't requested in this region, I think. Yep. Okay, got it. So in our case, we are going to use star dot. Okay, I'm going to use a website name called vayankil.com. vayankil.com. So for this, you need to request the certificate. That certificate you can do from the ACM. So I'm going to request for my domain. My domain name is vayankil.com. So I can request it for vayankil.com, or else If you want to use wild, nothing but www.wyankill.com or test.wyankill.com, you need to use wild character. Okay, so star.wyankill.com. For this, I'm going to request for the certificate. Let's see, review the request and confirm the request. This is how you can request for the SSL certificate. Apart from this, you can buy SSL certificate from other vendors like GoDaddy, Hosting, HostGator. There are so many other SSL certificate providers are there, and it's depending upon the company with whom you are going. So whenever you do this one, it is going to trigger emails to this all email IDs. So I might be received one email from these guys. I need to go and approve because the domain is registered on my name and this is my email ID. So let me go and check it out once it is done. So if you see here, validation not completed, nothing but I need to go to my email ID and I need to approve this one. Why? Because the domain is registered on my account. So I will quickly go there and I will approve this one. I will get some just email. It may take little bit of time, few cases. It's because of some delay, I may not receive it. Let me log into my account. So I have received email from AWS. I'm just confirming it to approve my certificate. And if you guys see this one, are you able to see my screen now? You can see here, this is the one I have requested. I got from AWS. I'm just approving it. Once I approved, I can able to use wyankill.com SSL certificate in my AWS console. Why we receive this email is assume that there is some domains which is not owned by you, and if you are trying to access it, it won't work because until they approve it. So in my case, I'm approving it, so they will allocate with SSL certificate for me that I can use for my domain. So if I refresh over here now, you can see here your wyankill.com and SSL certificate has been issued for this one.
Okay. Just a quick question. So whenever we are trying to use or create a domain name, do we need to register a certificate as well?
That is up to you, because if you want to make more secure your connection, yes, of course, SSL certificate, so that the data whatever you give in that website is secure. Nothing but it's something
Okay.
like this. I will give Flipkart.
No, like we were practicing, was trying to practice root, DNS and all in Route 53. So I purchased a DNS, but then I didn't get the SSL. So I was just trying to understand if I went anywhere wrong. So it is
No,
not necessarily, but
it
it's a
is
good
not
practice.
necessary. Yeah, it is a good practice.
Okay.
I'm trying to show you. It is
All
not.
right, I get that. Okay.
So I got my SSL certificate. Why? Because whatever data you will store or give in your website, it is more secure if you are using the SSL certificate. Okay, fine. So I go to load balancers now. I will quickly launch my load balancer, create a load balancer, classic load balancer, and a demo ELB. and the demo VPC, we have only one VPC, and HTTPS. So my connection should receive on 443, I'm sorry, 443. Then it should go to for instance on port number 80. And next, under which availability zones you want to launch your instances. So you can choose either public subnet or private subnet. It's not a problem, but your load balancer must be under public subnet. So what I can do, I can go with the 1A availability zone. This is a public subnet. I will add one more under public subnet. So I have added one availability zone under 1A, another availability zone on 1B. So these instances can be assigned to my instance. Next, security group. For ELB, I'm creating separate security group, that is ELB-SG, and you should allow only 443 traffic. But if you don't have SSL certificate, you can allow port number 80. If you have SSL certificate, you can allow 443 traffic. As of now, I'm allowing HTTP and HTTPS both. I don't have any issues. So I have SSL certificate. I will add SSL certificate also in the next step. And 0 means you can access this load balancer from anywhere in the world. There is no restrictions I'm giving. Next, here it is asking for SSL certificate. We have already requested before coming over here, and there are 3 ways to upload your SSL: by using ACM, nothing but Amazon Certificate Manager. If you are using external, yes, you can go with the external SSL certificate, or if you are already used the external certificate is loaded over here, that also you can use it. In our case, we have created SSL certificate within the AWS console, so I'm selecting it. And if you see here, there is only one SSL certificate, Vayankil.com. I'm using it. Next, health check. Health check will allow you to make this one to your ELB. Your web server can able to attach to your ELB or not. So if I give HTTP, it is going with the port name index.html on port number 80. And but I believe it is not right way to monitor, because index.html file may be or may not be may be available even though your application is not running. So it is always advisable to monitor your application. So you can select TCP, nothing but you are just monitoring your application directly. If your application is up and running, your instance will be in service in the ELB. Your application is not in service, your application is not running, your instance is go out of service in the ELB level. That's why I'm going to do this one. And advanced details where how the ping test is going to happen and make sure that whether it is healthy or not. This I'm leaving it as a default. Next, attach EC2 instances. I have one web server. I can attach this web server to my my ELB. And next, I will name this ELB as a demo ELB. Review and create it. So as what I did as of now is I just went over here and created ELB. This ELB is connected, or this ELB for this ELB I have attached whatever instance I have created some time back, and this instance is having WordPress application. This instance is having WordPress application. Now it is connected to ELB. From now I can able to access my application through ELB also. So let's try that one once it is come into in service. So this is my ELB and this is your ELB DNS name. And if you go to instances, it is still out of service and instance registration is still in progress. Once it is come to in service, you can access your web server through the ELB. And if you go to listeners, it is listening on 443 and it is forwarding your request to 80. I think in the security group level also you don't require port 80 because we are not listening on port 80 anymore. We'll see Once it is come to in service, then I can try to access it from the browser. Now it is not going to work because your instance not in service yet, and even you can try once it came to in service. I just pinged the link in chat. Yes, it is in service now. If you try to access it, it will work. Give me a while. I will just let me try with HTTPS because it is going to listen on HTTPS. HTTPS:// This is what you need to use. Can you guys try? I'm not sure why it is not working. Cool. And now what we are trying to do is,
try removing the HTTP.
sorry?
If you remove HTTPS, it is working.
So it is going through HTTP, you mean to say?
I'm saying if you remove HTTPS.
No, I have accessed the site using SSL certificates, that is HTTPS. Let me check without the HTTPS part, that is a secure part.
I'm trying to use the entire link with HTTPS. It is not coming through. It's saying it's not private. It's not
secure. Correct?
Yeah, but then when I remove HTTPS, it does work.
I don't know who I'm speaking with. When you put it not secure, that is because your Chrome browser does not recognize the certificate that is coming up along with the site. But if you just scroll down and say continue, you will be able to access the site.
Okay.
If I want to quickly show that, let me just take control for a minute.
Yep.
So just let me see what you guys are seeing. Okay, I'm just putting in the HTTPS URL into my address bar, press enter. It is most probably going to say that it is not secure, blah 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 things. That is because Amazon does not recognize this. Chrome does not recognize the certificate, and it is giving me that warning. Let me just try to do that in IE now. Same thing. I'm just going to put it here and see what IE does. You can see here. You can see the warning that I get in IE. Do you want to continue? That's a problem with the website security certificate, blah, blah, blah. But if you click on continue to this website, not recommended, it takes you to the content all the way. So what you can do is, there is one more very nice website called SSL Labs. SSL Labs. Yeah, this is a site. I'm not sure if you guys are watching me, but this is really interesting stuff if you want to notice. So just go to SSL Labs and then you can click on test your server. On the right hand side, you will have 3 or 4 options. On the right hand side, test your server is one of those things, or test your browser SSL implement. Let us check my server now. So click on that. All you need to do to test your server is just put in your URL that you want to test and then click on submit. These guys take some time to understand what is happening in the background. They will be doing some processing and then they will show a lot of results. They will try to download your certificate and see what are the bits of security that you're using, what type of security it is, or who is providing the certificate, and all those things. The certificate name mismatch is there. That means that the name that is given in the site and then the games that approved is different. That is why it is giving an error message. So, so the certificate was issued for yankel.com and you're pointing it to some other place. It's just a configuration issue. And there's one more website. Let me just think of the other website, which gives you more details of who issued the certificate. Let me just think of it. I don't remember it exactly. Google. SSL Analyze or something was there. it gave me who was my certificate owner and then SSL shopper, yeah. Who provides my certificate. These guys analyze it and tell me the number of bits of security also. It was really nice to check out to see when some website you're using and you're using their security certificates and whether you want to trust them or not, all those things. So I just went to another website called sslshopper.com, and if you go to this website and put in the domain name that you're trying to browse, it will analyze it. You can also try it in your own terminals, no magic here. And if you put in here, it just checks all those things and it says exactly where is the problem. And it says that you may receive errors when accessing this website in the browser because none of the common names and certificate match the name that was entered. So you need to generate a certificate specifically for certain domain names. Then you get very clear, not error messages, so that your browser will recognize it. And here you can see that it is being done by Amazon on behalf of Voyankel.com. Yes, if you just scroll down a little bit, there is a server, there is a root, there is a chain all the way down. Take your own time, digest all the information. This is how an SSL certificate is usually validated, and even if there's a small mismatch, browsers start doubting the site and say want people saying this site is not trustable because there is some problem. You might want to relook whether you want to visit it or not. So that is a message that you're seeing. That doesn't mean the configuration has not worked. It is just that when you're setting up a certificates, you need to match all the possible use cases and ensure that you're generating a certificate for each of those use cases rather than just putting a star. Star is like lazy way of configuring things, I can say. And you can see here the certificate is issued by Amazon. Still, Chrome doesn't like it because the star is there and then it is expecting a demo ELB, blah, blah, blah. So in other words, back to you, Shankar, it's working. Continue with your next step.
Yeah, thank you, Kumar. And yeah, I'm just trying to get the SSL certificate for Voyankel.com itself. Just we'll see. But for me in the browser, it is not working. That's not a issue. For you guys, it is working. And I just now requested for Voyankel.com also. Earlier, star.voyankel.com I have requested, now Voyankel.com. So I'm just making more what I can say expected way. So change it. I'm just trying to upload the suitable one, Voyankel.com itself, and it should be 4432 so and so. So this is the exact way of configuration I can say. Let me try it. If it is not working for me, for you it will work this time. It doesn't show you that error as well now. Okay, for me it is not working still, but no issues. Anyway, I'm going to redirect this one with my IP address. Sorry, my domain name. So as of now, what we did, if we go here with our lab, I have configured extra ELB. Now my WordPress application is accessible from the ELB. Now you don't need direct access to your WordPress website. So what you can do, you can close all the internet ports. You can just open for your ELB only, because the outside traffic will come from your ELB to your ELB. Your ELB can able to speak with your WordPress website. Your WordPress website will able to speak with your RDS instance. That is what we are doing. We did as of now, and we are adding one more layer called Route 53. Nothing but whenever I type voyankel.com, I should get my WordPress application. That is what I'm trying to do now. So for that, quickly we need to go and create hosted zones in Route 53. So let's jump in. I hope it is still working after changing my SSL certificate to voyankel.com also. Can you guys confirm whether you are able
Yes,
to?
it is working.
Okay, great. That's great. So now I'm moving into Route 53, where we are going to redirect our ELB name into a domain. So I have already voyankel.com domain. Oh, great. I have already configured some domain name, it seems. Yep. Navanirman is there. Let it be. I'm creating one more domain name, that is vyankil.com. This is what we are expecting. It, see demo website and create it. So once you have created your hosted zone, you will get name servers. These name servers you need to update in your GoDaddy. So I will quickly log into my GoDaddy console. I hope you guys already gone through with this step. Guys, have you tried anytime? Okay. So I'm just giving it to, let me log into my GoDaddy. I'm just pausing my screen for a while to grab my credentials. Fine. Oh, it is not working. So I'm just jumping into my GoDaddy console. I have few domains over there. I'm using one of our domain to configure our ELB. I mean to say our WordPress application. So I will just go to our domain name. This is the domain, sorry, this is the domain I'm talking about. So here you need to give your name servers. So if you go here, there is manage DNS. It's depending upon where you have purchased your domain. Maybe in your case, your company may not, maybe going with some other vendor, they will update all this stuff. If you are managing your domains, yes, of course, you need to update this domain. So I'm giving name servers in my GoDaddy so that it will be communicate with my Route 53 of AWS console, and my Route 53 is going to communicate with my ELB and save it. So I have updated name records, and I will go back to my Route 53. Here I need to create two more record sets. Create a record set for www.vyankil.com, nothing but somebody type this domain and it should alias to our Route 53, that is demo ELB. Yes, this is where I want to send my traffic. And also there is a possibility that somebody may type just vyankil.com. In those cases also you just need to go with this one and create it. So I just completed my Route 53 configuration also. If the configuration is propagated properly, whenever you type vyankil.com, it should go to your ELB. From ELB, it will go to route your EC2 instance, and it should pick up my application. But as per my knowledge, it will take a while to get these changes, and you can try this one after a little bit of time. Is that clear? How to configure Route 53 with your ELB?
It's already working.
Oh, great. For me, some restrictions are there, I believe. You guys can try, and I just changed my domain name, sorry, my ELB name to domain name. And if you see, it may be working with HTTP or HTTPS. It should, I can force that to convert into the HTTPS as well by removing my port number 80. So now what I am trying to do is I'm forcing that any connection is coming to my domain or my website, it should be through 443 only. And whenever you type just vyankil.com, it automatically changes your domain to https://vyankyl.com.
I don't see the errors now.
Yeah, because SSL certificate I have changed it to vyankyl.com instead of star.vyankyl.com. Did you get that, guys?
Yeah, previously when we tried yankel.com, it was logging in us, but now when we try yankel.com, it doesn't. It was working previously, not now.
Now it is not working. Just change it to HTTPS because I forced that to change it to HTTPS.